Welcome to Friday. It's October 27th, 2023, your day weather podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily, Wyoming's only daily newspaper. Subscribe to their daily digital email newsletter 7 days a week. Go to cowboystatedaily.com and subscribe today. This is what we're looking at. A brief break in the weather pattern today before storm number 2 comes in late tonight and Saturday. Cold weather will continue to overspread the region, and this is going to lead to a break for most of the region. It's going to be chilly, it's going to be cold, but we are going to be looking at a mix of clouds and sun and generally just a chilly day. But the next storm system, diving south out of Canada, is going to swing through Utah and northern Colorado. And as it does so, we're going to see snow impacting parts of southern Wyoming, northern Colorado, western Nebraska, and the southern parts of South Dakota. What we're likely going to see is this coming in late Friday night and Saturday, really focusing on I-80 in south central and southeastern Wyoming, parts of I-25, the front range of Colorado, and the northeast plains of Colorado. You're going to get snow, and we're going to see significant snow in the mountains of Colorado and southern Wyoming. And we'll see more of these beautiful lenticular clouds like Eileen sent here from Laramie yesterday. We have a very similar photo, I'll show you in a minute, from Colorado Springs taken about the same time. Now, the very cold weather is going to continue through the middle of next week. So yes, it's going to be a cold Halloween, probably a dry one, but a cold one. The second half of next week, moderating temperatures will get a little bit of a break from the cold, but basically through Halloween Tuesday, expect these very frigid temperatures to continue. And the next storm system, that's probably by next weekend, with the next front that we'll need to keep an eye on, will be heading our way. Shot from Grable, nice shot there, look at that. Got the snow gauge, rain gauge going on right there, and nice snowfall for Grable. Grable doesn't always get a lot of snow like this, so nice to see that moisture. And here's that other cloud picture I was talking about, but this one from Patrice in Colorado Springs with a nice backdrop of those pretty leaves. Those will be shedding soon down there as well. Now, as we take a look, this is where we're at today. The low pressure system's in the panhandle of Idaho, generally a westerly flow, but the cold air has leaked its way underneath the jet stream and is making its way down into the plain. So it's going to be a cold day, but this guy here is going to have to come down further south before it starts to crank up the snow machine again. So you can see that the precipitation forecast for today is really pretty meager. Going to have a little bit of snow shower activity over Idaho, southern Montana, Yellowstone National Park, generally quiet weather elsewhere. But things change rather quickly Friday night. This is because this low begins to take a dive south. It'll track across northern Utah, and then really just about down Interstate 70 of Colorado during the day Saturday into Sunday morning. So this will open the door to that northerly flow from Canada, pumping in more cold air. And as we showed you in yesterday's podcast, those strong jet stream winds go right over the Arctic boundary and line up right across southern Wyoming and northern and eastern Colorado. And there you can see by 6 p.m. Saturday, the Arctic air is well entrenched both sides of the divide, making its way down into New Mexico, Texas, pushing across the plains. The heart of the cold, the coldest of the cold, will be Montana and northern Wyoming. But as you'll see, that Arctic air continues to work its way south very strongly. And this is the second batch of moisture. Looks very similar to what we showed you yesterday. That southwest to northeast axis of heavier moisture right here. And this is all going to be in the form of snow. Snow is going to be quite heavy, as you can see in the mountains of Colorado, the Snowy Range, the Sierra Madres of southern Wyoming. You're going to see significant snow there as well. Then you can see why we're concerned about I-80 being a problem Saturday and the Saturday night from Wyoming across Nebraska, I-25 and I-70 in Colorado. The front range of Colorado, you're going to see some pretty decent snow out of this, and that's going to maybe get all the way down to near Colorado Springs, down into Raton Pass and into the mountains of northern New Mexico. As you can see, this is the swath of snow following underneath. The pink areas, the mountain areas, are going to do the best. And if we focus in a little bit more, you can see that there's a concentration of this snow in Colorado and southeastern Wyoming and western Nebraska. Lighter snows will fall Friday night and Saturday up here in the deeper Arctic air, but amounts, as you can see, will be a dusting here or there. But roads and highways likely are still going to be quite slick. You can see the temperatures by Monday morning, lots of single digits and teens. The gray areas are below zero. Look at these temperatures in Texas. Places like Houston, by Monday, may not see temperatures leaving the 50s for highs. So this is the real deal. when it comes to the cold. Look at these temperatures in Arizona. Northern and central Arizona temperatures dropping to the mid to upper 30s. So a shot of cold air for you snowbirds if you're down there already. Now taking a look at the long-range forecast, high pressure is going to build in. This is for Halloween Tuesday. So it'll be warming up in California, the West Coast. Northwest winds, though, still into the nation's midsection will keep our Halloween cold, but that high pressure to our west expands eastward. And here are your Halloween temperatures by 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look at the cold down here in Mexico and southwest Texas. But a lot of the nation, the exception of Florida and the West Coast, is going to be much below average for trick-or-treat time. Then here's that westerly flow and that high pressure. Look at the warm-up. Nice warm-up comes in Thursday and Friday. We'll get relief from the cold before the next system arrives next weekend. Stay warm this weekend. It's going to be the coldest weekend of the season. We'll see you on Monday.